All right, hello, good day and welcome to the channel. Today we are continuing our journey through the non-depths deck lists. A journey that will continue for this league and maybe one more. After that my subscription runs out to the cards, so then I'll be back on the depths train again. But I want to take the opportunity to try out some other decks. Last two leagues have been with Nadu, Bant Nadu combo, and now for this league we're going to try playing Stiflenought. So Stiflenought, for those of you who are unfamiliar, is a deck where we try to cheat a 12/12 trample for 1 mana into the battlefield. And what this card does is that when it enters the battlefield, it says that we need to sacrifices unless we sacrifice creatures with total power 12 or greater. But that's a triggered ability. So what we can do is that we can either stifle it or consign it with consign a memory, or we can just delete the ability at all with the Doorkeeper Thrall or Dress Down. So a common play pattern here is to keep a couple of mana up, and then in your opponent's end step you go either Dress Down or Doorkeeper Thrall, and then you untap and you land some Dreadnoughts. Otherwise we try to play kind of a control game. We have removals and Swords of Plowshares and Prismatic Ending. We have Dazes and Force of Wills to react on the stack, and then we have Tamiyo to put down some early pressure, not in damage but in cards. And then we have a sideboard where we can try to board into the type of deck we need to beat. So I haven't played that much Stiflenought, so it'll be fun to see how this goes down. The list that I'm playing, I've just copied from a friend who's done quite well with it online. So if we win, we will shout him out as well. But outside of that, I think it's time to start playing. So I'll see you for the first match. All right, so we're live for match number 1. Let's see what our opponent is on. All right, so we have Island Ponder Keep here, and we'll keep this hand. Hopefully we can draw into a white source. We have a Force of Will up for interaction. We have Wasteland if we're facing something there. And hopefully we'll have an ending, or white mana for an ending as well. Scalding Tarn. So we have basic Island Tamiyo, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't want to force this, especially not into days. We'll try to see if we can end it instead. Do we want to end it into days? Maybe. Yeah, I actually think that we want to do that. So we'll go for basic lanes here, and then we'll end the Tamiyo. They're down to 3 cards, so if they want a daze here, we'll be able to force it. No daze. Now we got Ponder and Force of Will. So Tamiyo, is it the mirror? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like the mirror. Ah, nice. So we'll try to force the Dreadnought on the stifle. Well, we should have forced the stifle. Sorry, bad play. All right, that was me unfamiliar with blue cards, but here we have the combo ourselves. Now we don't want to play the Doorkeeper Thrall unless we need to. We'll try to consign instead. I continue looking here. Dress Down as well. So we need to keep the consign if we want to go for Dreadnought next turn. So we'll do that. Keep a Dress Down on the top if we need to force something. Then we'll do a Wasteland. See if they do a Thrall for us. Well, they did. They probably have to looking to refill in some way. All right. This time we'll see. We'll stifle, and now we'll counter stifle, I guess, if they have something more here. No. And then we will play our own Dreadnought, and we are going to undo that. Let's cast it with Replicate. So if they have one I don't know what counterspell they might have, but we'll do it anyway. And now we have the 12/12 and hope that they don't have the plow. That would be bad for us. So the mirror, do you board out doorkeeper thralls there and work with your consigns and your dress downs? Or do you keep the thrall in? We don't play any stifles, our opponent does, which means that we need to think a little bit on how we play our lands and so on, so forth. The thralls feel really bad here. All right, Tamio, we have a dress down. We could use that in response to a brainstorm or just dress down in the end step. I think that the next card down is unknown for us. Do we want to give them one more card? Yeah, I guess we need to give them a card. They're at 5. We shouldn't have given them a card. I think that we're good here though. But let's see. So we'll attack and we go to sideboard. All right, so doorkeeper thralls, no. Path to Exile, yes. We want one more ending. We want to bring in one more consign. And then it's the Wrath of the Skies question. So if they get on the board, Wrath of the Skies is really good for us. So if we fall behind, we want Wrath to kind of get up. But what are we hoping for there? We'd probably just get like a 1-for-1, a 2-for-1 if we're lucky. It's but it's probably just a 1-for-1 for their dreadnoughts. Outside of that, I can see bringing in a Force of Negation. Maybe we bring in a Force of Negation, but when we're on the play, Wrath is a little bit more interesting. I mean, it is, after all, removal spell for 3. So maybe we bring one in there to be able to get a dreadnought. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll see. Yeah, we'll keep this. If we face turn 1 Tamio, it's going to be a little bit rough for us because we want to keep our consign, but we don't want them to get ahead. If we probably force pitching to Fairy in that case because we don't have any other things to do here. So they are a Stifle and Wasteland deck. We'll play a Flooded Strand and see if we can play around the Stifle in some way. We want to get our basics out here. So 1 basic island, 1 basic plains is what we need to kind of play the game with. Here we'll play into Wasteland and see if they have any intent of going for a Wasteland for us. So we get a non-stifable mana source out there as well. If they go for the Wasteland, we don't really mind if they do that either because we have another land lined up. So there's the Wasteland as we predicted. Maybe should have kept the Tarn on top. There's the Wrath. We'll see if that's good. The bad thing, yeah, we should have kept the Tarn for another land drop. Now the first one who misses a mana source will be in problematic situations. Do we go to discard or do we play into the Stifle? I mean, we're going to go to discard anyway. We might as well play into the Stifle and then force it. Oh, we didn't get stifled. All right, so we'll go for another one, see if they stifle this one. They did not. And I guess that we're playing the Dreadnought. All this because of a land? No. So let's see. So they want to counter our Dreadnought. That's fine, I guess. I mean, we can't really do anything about it. But we got a card out of our hand at least. Going back to that Scalding Tarn play, that wasn't the best. Is this a game where we kind of run out of resources? Okay, dress down. Let's see, if we force this, we're going to go to discard anyway, so we might as well force this, pitching to Fairy. And then if they fight over it, we'll have a larger chance of resolving our spells next turn. Because if we're going to go to discard, we might as well. Okay, that's a Wasteland. Do we play Null Drifter? Yeah, we'll play Null Drifter with Evoke. If they have any more consigns in hand. They did not. Or they did, but they might want to save them for their turn. All right, we got a dress down. So we don't necessarily have, let's see. So the cast trigger is okay. And then we'll try to counter it with a Force of Will. We should have responded to the cast trigger there, right? Probably. All right. White source here would be a good draw. That's not a white source. So we'll plow the Null Drifter, and then we will take a lot of damage. End step we'll dress down to draw a card and see if we can bait them into doing something. We can also play a Null Drifter next turn in that case. That's a mana source at least. And there we have a force. So here I like pathing the Dreadnought first and then Null Drifter after that. And then we'll evoke a Null Drifter, see what we can find. Is it Consign here? Yeah, probably for 4 mana. See if they point them correctly. Yeah, they're targeting everything in the way that they should. You should be able to highlight both and see which one is targeting which, but they're doing it in the correct way. Otherwise we would have been able to force one of them at least. That would be a good way to look at it. Yeah, this here game has not been the best played game ever. Now we'll see if Tamiyo's card advantage will be able to outpace whatever we're trying to do. I'm not really sure what we're trying to do here. They're flipping Tamiyo. Unfortunately, that means that Wrath of the Skies is off the table. Or not off the table, but it's not what we're looking to do. There's a second Tamiyo. And we can't get both the clues here. Do we go for another Dreadnought? Do they have... They don't have any plows in the graveyard. They probably have the plows in hand. But yeah, I think we go for the Dreadnought. And then if we fail here, we'll scoop. Well, let's replicate it twice. And let's see if how many plows they have. 4 mana. Yeah, that's Shrine. They're cracking the clues. Would have been better to go with a blue card. We had force up. So they're at 5 cards now. Tamiyo's ticking up. We'll give it one more draw step and then we'll probably concede. All right, let's go to the next game. Let's go to the next game. What do we want? Do we want to play a Force of Negation instead of a Wrath of the Skies? Do we play Wrath of the Skies? We can't. We're probably facing Wrath of the Skies here, so we don't want to overextend. But I don't know if we want to play Wrath of the Skies on our own. I think that we'll keep with the spot removals that we have. Them being able to flip Wrath of the Skies doesn't hit Null Drifter, and it's gonna have a hard time hitting Tamiyo. So we'll keep in Permission instead. I'm a little bit unsure. Let's start. What do we have? We have shaky mana, but we'll keep it with shaky non-stifleable mana at least. Start with Tundra Ponder. All right, so let's see. These are good cards, but not for this position. We need to find both some way to cheat a Dreadnought into play and also some type of removal. Maybe we should have plowed Tamiyo there, I'm not sure. Let's brainstorm. Tamiyo of our own. So archive back. We'll probably not need both of the Force of Wills. And then we can patch the basic island and play our own Tamiyo. They get to attack first with theirs though. Do we protect Tamiyo here or do we just wait for the Dreadnought? No, I think that we'll let our Tamiyo go. Try to ponder into some way to cheat a Dreadnought into play. Let's see. That's 2 ways of cheating a Dreadnought into play. And it all starts with Dress Down. And then we'll have Consign. We can also Dress Down to prevent Tamiyo from flipping. But I'm not sure that that's the battle that we want to do. I think that we want to go to our end step. Try to shove Dress Down. That's okay, I guess. What does that mean? It means that we go Consign instead. No, but we want to should have pondered off the Tundra there, I guess, because now we won't get access to Dress Down for both our threats next turn. Do we want to set up Dress Down for both our threats next turn? Yeah, probably. So we'll just let that one go. Unfortunately, give them some more cards, and then we'll draw the Consign, and we'll try to go again. So we should have played Ponder off the Tundra there. a little bit sloppy. They get to start working on recouping some cards. And we need to draw a land to make this play really good, the play that we wanted to make. All right, now we'll go for the dress down. If the day's here, they'll probably want to stifle. They're probably going to stifle our land. So they're forcing. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Let's brainstorm here. We need to find something for the Tamiyo as well. There's another dress down. That means we can go again. If we put Tamiyo and Null Drifter on top, we can try to path Tamiyo. So do they have a brainstorm is the question. Let's see. Let's see if they have a brainstorm. I guess I'll fetch here as well to just... we don't want to redraw the cards anyway. Or maybe we want to redraw the Tamiyo. I don't know. They're dazing. Sure. We're not going to pay for the days. And then we'll fetch for an island. We'll see here. We'll let them go to our turn, and then we're going to try to dress down in their end step. Or do we just play Dreadnought and consign it? If they have consign. Now we're going to try to, we're going to do the dress down thing again. We'll try to dress down in their end step. Unfortunately, they get to draw a lot of cards, and that's not good in this game because they are going to play a lot of removals. All right, now it's time to dress down because we don't want it to flip. Unfortunately, that means that we can't play out our or a little Dreadnought in that way at least. And we also give them we also give them a chance to play out their own Dreadnoughts. But we can consign a Dreadnought. We're not interested. They're winning with the Tamiyo anyway, so they don't need to. Let's go and brainstorm. That's an ending at least. I don't mind drawing the Null Drifter and setting up a land there, so we'll do that. Okay, so let's see if we can end the Tamiyo. They have a brainstorm. Guess that we try to force that. Feels like a battle that we want to take here. They're forcing back. Can you stifle the trigger there? Let's try to do that. And something happened at least. Now we don't want to draw the Null Drifter that's on top of our library anymore, and it costs us a lot of resources. So we're going to get the archive. Or maybe we want to draw the Null Drifter. Oh, they have another one. Yeah, probably we want to draw the Null Drifter so we can fuel up on some cards. Null Drifter time from their perspective. So now it's going to be even on cards, but we're going to need to do that anyway because we need to get something going. Yeah, I think drawing the Null Drifter here, and but not the card under it. So we'll see if we want to stifle this here or not. The archive, and the archive shows us something you want to put in our graveyard. Then we'll evoke the Null Drifter. It's not looking good here. These cards don't really line up. So they wasteland us. They return Force of Will. They have 6 cards. They have 7 cards. We're not winning this game. We can try to end the Tamiyo, but I don't think that that'll do anything. So we'll wait with that until we either have one more land so we can hardcast the Force of Negation, or when we have something like a Force of Will there. So they have Force of Will and blue card. That's a given. Do we try to eliminate, because they'll just start churning cards? Yeah, we'll try to eliminate it here. They're gonna force it, and then I'll try to force back. They probably have more remission than that, but I don't think that it'll get better for us. Are they hard casting Force of Will? Yeah, we'll cast our Force of Will like that. We'll see if they have 2, or they might have another Tamiyo in hand. So if they have another Tamiyo in hand, we spent a lot of resources to get rid of the 2 that they have. Or it's Null Drifter time. Is it Null Drifter time with Stifle this turn? That would be bad for us. They're brainstorming in respawn. See if they can find a Stifle or something else. They found at least a land probably that I can drop. Or do they go to discard here? Yeah, they go to discard. All right, let's see. Wrath of the Skies. So they did play Wrath of the Skies. Yeah, I guess that's a good card. I think that they were thinking similar to me. Can't cast non-creature spells. Sure, that's okay. That's okay. That means that we can't Force a Will. But we're not really in that position right now. All right, now we have Flooded Strand. We have Brainstorm. We have got plows. Yeah, we're gonna wait until we get some bad cards in hand and then we're gonna brainstorm them away. Or we'll brainstorm now. Days, no. Bueno, no Dreadnought. Let's see, let's go for Lavinia. Teferi is okay. See if we're allowed to shuffle. We are allowed to shuffle. We should probably gotten the Tundra. Thinking, playing around the wasteland stuff. We shuffled away the Dreadnoughts and now we find stuff. This stuff I do not like. So let's re-roll. Don't like that either. Yeah, Dreadnought against Teferi. That's not going to be an easy match. I think that we're probably going to lose this. At least we're getting some virtual card advantage here. Them having to discard. Consign. Nope, we can't do anything with that. All right, so let's see. Force of Will. Not really the card that we're looking for either. We're going to play some Drago here. See if we can get a full hand with cards as well. That wasteland is bad news for us as well because it will make it harder for us to. I think that we only have one more white source. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Probably wait to play that until we have a brainstorm or something like that. We're drawing up to 7 again. We'll play a Misty that has no targets. Maybe we should have saved it for a Force of Will, but all right, can they flip it directly? Let's see. We'll see. Is it the brainstorm? It's the Force of Will. Sure. Now that we're running out of removal spells as well, so if they start landing Dreadnoughts now, we're screwed. They'll be able to drop to full, and we just have one white source to play the rest of the game on as well. So they're cantripping a lot. Still 7 cards in hand. Yeah, we are being maneuvered in a way that makes me feel a little bit hurt. You want to go home and cry. How many consigns do we have? And does it matter? I think that we need to start making something happen at least. So we'll dress down with the ferry out. Our chances, we can't dress down that much anyway. And then we'll play a null drifter, which they either have plows or counters or something for. Consigns. I mean, the last turn they've gone like ponder, brainstorm, ponder. This is consign, right? Yes. And we can't do anything about it because the ferry is a really fun card to play against. It's one of the most fun cards to play against of them all. Let's see, and there's our poor white mana. Well, we at least have a wasteland. So what the ferry also does is that we can't consign our Dreadnought anymore. So it's really, really bad. And there's 1 Dreadnought. There's 2 Dreadnoughts. Do we have a third one? There's a third Dreadnought. And this is where we don't want to see them with 6 cards in hand. It's so dirty. All right, so let's concede this game and move to the next one. GG's, opponent. GG's. All right, we are on the play for game number 2. This hand is a hand of cards. One of these brainstorms where a ponder was looking, it's looking a little bit better for us. What do we do here? We go turn 1 brainstorm from the fetch land and then hope that we hit something good. We're dead to a wasteland. We can also go surveil land and keep this, and then we can go surveil land into turn 2 brainstorm. Hope that we hit a fetch land on the top. It's like this hand is good if we hit a non-wasteland land, and I think that makes it so we can keep it. Sometimes you keep hands that either hit a land or a spell to be good. So we'll start with Flooded Strand. Oh, we weren't on the... I thought we were on the play. That makes this hand a little bit worse. Hopefully we'll be able to recoup in some way. Yeah, that's a good card to draw. We might have to Days Anadu or something like that here. Or a Green Sun. A frog. We can't daze that frog. Let's brainstorm instead and see what we find. So we'll see. Now that's a plow, so that's good, I guess. What don't we need in this hand? They're playing around days, and we're on the draw, so days isn't the best of the cards, but we need to redraw one of these anyway, so let's just redraw. Let's put 2 lands there, and we'll see if we want to redraw the other one of them. And then we will allow the frog. So some kind of 4-color frog, or is it just the old classic Sultai frog? We'll see. Right now I'm planning on redrawing the land or going for surveil, a little bit depending on what they do. Yeah, it looks like some kind of Sultai good stuff pile. That's always nice. Halfling. Yeah. Is it Nadu here as well? And there's another frog. And they're playing around days. Let's go for an archive this turn. Probably awaited for that. We should most definitely have waited for that until our turn. Alright. Yeah, I should have brainstormed instead, I guess. Put back. They'll never expect the triple days. We'll put back Doorkeeper, Throw, and Consign. And then we'll play Dress Down in their upkeep to limit a little bit with what they are allowed to do this turn. And we have Force of Will and Double Days up. We need to draw past this pile here. And they kept the card on top as well. Makes it even more interesting to go Dress Down. We're cycling it. It's not the best we can do, but it's at least something. We get to Brainstorm. Lucky them. And then they attack for 2. We go down to 16. And then we will draw the Consign. Waste the Undercity Sewers here. And then here we are going to drop the Doorkeeper Thrall after they do the frog stuff. Another birds, that's okay. And that's Grist. Sure. And here we'll go Doorkeeper Thrall. Pressure Grist a little bit. And we'll send the turn. Looking hard for us here. We're facing an active frog. We have the Grist as well. We have a lot of stuff lying around in the board. Yeah, we'll try to kill an insect, I guess. Like so. Hope they don't play the Bowmasters. That would be bad for us. Another frog. I want to force that Pitch of Days. And that's leveled. He cannot be countered. And we can't play the Brainstorm. We'll attack Grist here. Yeah, some sweet magic cards our opponent is playing with. Let's see. So we go down to dead next turn, unless we rip something really nice. I don't even know what that would be from this position. Maybe a Null Drifter into white card Lao, I guess. And we can't even do that because of Leovold. Stupid Leovold. Yeah, we're not winning this game. We might as well concede. Start the sideboard. So, Wrath of the Skies, get in here. Ending, get in here. Path to Exile, get in here. Here's an interesting question. Do they play Green Sun Zenith in that build? They have Grist and they have birds and stuff like that. I don't know. Harbinger is one of these cards. It really punishes their mana base, but they play so much other animal things that help them, so I'm not sure that that's the way that we want to go. Outside of that, maybe shave a couple of Force of Wills. Do we shave anything else? Well, yeah, the question to that is yes. But what? We can shave a Days because of their mana dorks. And outside of that, I like all the cards. We save another Force, just keep one Force in for the fun of it, or do we just keep the one of Days? I will keep the one of Days. They're going to play around it anyway, so we'll do that. Oh, I forgot to press the Submit Deck button. I forgot to press Submit Deck. I was in my thoughts doing other stuff. So let's see, view sideboard. Or I did it in the last possible minutes. All right, let's keep Island Ponder. Lucky, lucky. All right, let's find something fun to do. So I like Plow. We don't need to Throw right now. We'll draw into Plow and we'll keep Ponder there. Oh no. Well, I didn't get punished. It's, do we want to use Ponder's ability? I pressed the wrong button. All right, we'll continue the pondering here. Tamiyo is good. Brainstorm is also good, but guess that Tamiyo into Teferi is nice. So we'll do that. Brainstorm is good with Tamiyo though, so I guess there's an argument for maybe keeping it and going for Teferi. Wile, nice. Do you know what gets bounced by Wile? And do you know what bounces Wile? Teferi. Teferi bounces Wile. Let's get to attack. We'll do what we did. We weren't able to do the last game. Let's attack with Tamiyo. They don't have that many lands, or they haven't drawn that many lands. You never force a brainstorm, but that is almost force a brainstorm situation. So do we force the Wile? No, let's keep that to protect our permanents. Let's start with attacking with Tamiyo, plus the fairy, play a ponder. There are some cards. Let's put Brainstorm in our hand and then Dreadnought under that, and we can go end step Doorkeeper Thrall, and then we'll see. Unfortunately, that will turn off Tamiyo the next turn, but that could be worth it. Depends a little bit on what our dear opponent wants to do here as well. So let's go Dress Down. The only thing they can do here is Wasteland us or Wile something in for 1. We get to draw the Dreadnought. Let's see if we can find another Dreadnought here. We could not. We don't need 2 Thralls. We'll actually get rid of the Thralls entirely. And then we'll play the Dreadnought. We'll plus the Fairy. And we'll pass the turn. We have 2 permission spells. Let's see what they do here. They can Vile up to 2. I don't know what they can Vile in. Some kind of bird effect here. Maybe the one that makes it on. Well, it's just a normal bird. Here we have Brainstorm for the Tamiyo flip. So they go for Shoot the Sheriff. That we will Brainstorm in response for. They're going to activate the Vile. Let's go for Dress Down in this case, because I know that they're going to probably do some kind of Spirit of the Labyrinth thing or something like that, which means that we won't flip Tamiyo, unfortunately. Let's see what they Vile in here. Maybe they choose, oh, it was a frog. We put Blooded Trend and Dress Down. Bob Patching Tamiyo. Bowmasters is okay. So that's what they wanted to Vile in, yeah. Alright, let's attack. Let's see, if they jump the frog, they can kill Tamiyo, so let's not attack with Tamiyo. And here we can, well, now they're at Leovold Mana. Do we want to bring? No, we'll keep up Force of Will instead. We'll allow them to put some damage on Teferi, or do we? Let's see, is it Grist? It is Grist. So, this is interesting because they're going to go after our Dreadnought here. Do we try to draw into a Stifle effect? We have 2 clues that we can draw with, and drawing with those 2 clues still allows us to save our Tamiyo. So then we'll draw with another one. That's the Plow at least. Probably should have kept Tundra up there. Alright. Now they need to commit both their creatures to kill Teferi. Whenever a creature to its opponent its controller may draw a card. Okay. So they're attacking me. I'll block. And then we're gonna kill some stuff next turn. Alright, let's see. Let's start by plussing Teferi, lay a Flooded Strand, and then we are going to Dress Down in their upkeep. And we will actually keep Tamiyo back to block. Undo. Let's make them decide with the Veil first. Alright, so we'll Dress Down, draw Tamiyo. Means that we can Brainstorm at least. They're trying to go for Teferi now. Alright, we'll Brainstorm. Alright, let's put back Tamiyo and Wasteland. And then we'll fetch. And we'll do another Brainstorm. Wrath of the Skies. This card I like. So we'll put back Path and Plow. Then we're gonna go for a large Wrath. We might as well ponder. I can't ponder. And am I not allowed to play it as it had flash? Alright. Yes, I thought. Yeah, okay. They had kind of priority there, I guess. These are cards. So maybe it's good to keep a plow for kind of follow-up plays that they might make. And I also realized that we need to pick up the pace of play, so we'll allow Teferi to die. So we need to Wrath for 3. That means that there's no use in attacking before because the clue's gonna die anyway. Oh yeah, it's because it's a planeswalker. I was like, why didn't Grist die? And then I remembered Grist is a planeswalker when it's on the battlefield. All right, so let's take it from here. So we have some spot removal. We can draw into some kind of force effect. They have another of those. Nice. That's something that's going to die soon. But they get to draw a lot of cards. Upkeep, you want to do something? We'll start by allowing the thing that draws all the cards. And then we'll attack. Get a clue. If they have anything that ETBs, we have the Doorkeeper Thrall to stop that. And then we'll kill the Bowmaster before we draw a clue. You can also stifle trigger the Bowmaster, but now we have consign for Grist up. All right, the small beats may commence. So here we're gonna path the Bowmasters, and then we are going to draw a clue. If this is something that ETBs, it's not, but it's something that we'd want to path. That's actually, I feel that's something that that's something that we want to path even more than the Bowman. All right, let's draw something good. And then we'll play the Thrall. And then here we drew that. Is good. That means that we'll be able to kill the Bowmaster. But we're gonna save up the clues now so we can start flipping Tamiyo, because a flip Tamiyo is gonna be really good against opponent's board. I guess we'll take out the Wasteland now when we have the chance as well. We have Hardcast Force, we have Plow, we have some stuff. They can start going after Tamiyo, I guess, or they just start making even more 1/1s. Here can they just, they attack with everything here. We'll block. I'm gonna plow the Bowmaster's end step because we're planning on drawing some cards next turn. Yeah, we'll plow the Bowmasters. That's a good card, but right now, not that much. All right, so let's draw some clues. Flip Tamiyo, we have Permission, we have Dreadnought, we have Consign, Stifle, the Grist trigger here. They remove the Doorkeeper Thrall here. That's a little bit sad, but we can try to fight that. Fatal Push. Let's force that. Consign, sure. That's okay. At least that's 2 cards out of their hand, and we get to keep the Thrall. And now they don't have that many good attacks anymore. All right, let's consign that. I'm not able to consign it. It's not a triggered ability. It's an activated ability. Sometimes you need to learn the difference between triggered abilities and activated abilities. I guess that one's on me. Yeah, not the best play tonight. I'm sorry for that, but yeah, that's not the best play tonight. Yeah, I'll see it for the next game. Yeah, it's as we said, time for game 3. Not going the best today. We'll keep this. As I said, not the best showing, but we'll continue playing. Have a good time together. See what we can squeak out of the last games here. So we go turn 1 Ponder here. So we don't get Wastelanded out. And we do not get Wastelanded out. So we learned that using Ponder's ability is a no problem. Basic Island. All right. So now we'll go Tamiyo, keep Brainstorm up so we can flip her. Unfortunately, we need to shuffle away the Doorkeeper Thrall, but I don't think that that's what we're looking for now anyway. Underground Sea, Thoughtseize, Nethergoyf, Fatal Push. Let's see if we can get our Brainstorm here, or if it is going to meet a Daze or something like that. They're doing a Brainstorm. That means Daze is live at least. All right, and we'll Daze their Daze. If they have one more Daze, flipping here is good. We'll put back some lands, and then we're gonna use the Wasteland next turn, I think. Although we do not, well, there's one land down that we don't want, so we will actually ponder, because or we could have waited 1 turn. I guess waiting 1, well, that's good. Waiting 1 turn to ponder is okay as well. So we don't want the Tundra here. We'll keep Null Drifter in hand, and then we're gonna fetch next turn and see if we can play our way out from here. Oh, that's a Tamiyo. Tamio. Naughty, naughty Tamio. We'll try to end that plus our own. And then we'll go for the archive. Maybe we get to draw half our deck here. That would be nice. It looks like we're at least close to doing that. Let's see if they want to interact with our Teferi. So we'll plus here. And then we'll play Teferi. And if Teferi resolves, we're going to plus Teferi as well. Because we don't want it to get bow mastered. Emergency Brainstorm, Spell Pierce, Emergency Brainstorm. So Daze gets us 4, Pitching Tamio gets us here. I guess if you have some way to prevent me from drawing cards, like if they do Bowmasters here, that's kind of bad for us. Now we got Daze. So do we think Daze will be enough for Bowmasters? There is one play here. That's playing Null Drifter with Evoke and consigning the trigger, so we get to keep it, and then see if we can draw into Force, or we don't consign the trigger and we keep is it Bowmasters? All right, so let's Daze Bowmasters and return a Tundra. Good that we didn't draw half our deck, and we begin sideboarding. Yeah, so using Null Drifter to bait out the Bowmasters there to see if the coast is clear. So Stuff again. We're playing against Stuff. I don't know, Wrath of the Skies. They played Bowmasters and they played Tamio. But as we said before, Wrath isn't that good when Tamio's flipped. We didn't see if they were on like Nethergoyves and stuff like that. We could only guess and presume. Maybe we take in one Wrath of the Skies and then we take away the Dazes. I don't know if we showed them that we were Stiflenought either. I don't think that we showed them any of the cards. All right. The cards are submitted, and we see a hand that we don't like that much. We saw that they could play out of basics. We saw that they played early threats in Tamio, and they're on Wasteland as well. So we're going to mulligan this hand. This hand is okay, I guess. We have interaction against Tamio. We have a plan to the Dreadnought. We'll take Null Drifter and put it on the bottom. We could also have kept Null Drifter and hope to get some lands there. All right, Stifle will totally ruin us, but I think that we need to do that anyway. They had the Stifle, of course they have the Stifle. We shouldn't speak it into existence. You can't sit and play around Stifle either. Just you won't really get where you want to go. Unfortunately, it seems like our opponent is going to get us here, and that's of course bad for us, but I still think that we, with this hand, we need to do something. I don't know. Maybe we keep it up. I don't know. It's hard to say. They seem to be developing nicely nowadays as well. All right, let's just go on to the next one. Take this one on a play. Yeah, Stifle got us 1 mana. You win the game. Nice to put on a card. Yeah, I'll play first. All right, we'll keep this. Gonna go turn 1 Andor Tamio. We'll go turn 1 Tamio this turn. Try to start pressuring their the resources. And now they have to have the push. And then if they do that, they can't really develop. And we can start pondering brainstorming. Thoughtseize, sure. So what will you allow me to keep? The Thrall, I guess. Consign. Also, they take Ponder and Brainstorm here. I would want to go Ponder next turn because I have the Archive, but so if they take, yeah, they took Brainstorm, so they'll allow me to go Ponder next turn. That's okay. Second Doorkeeper's Roll, not the card that we wanted to see here, but we will continue, and then we will go Ponder. Well, those are cards at least. So we'll play towards the Dreadnought, but we'll get there a little bit later, I guess, because we're gonna go Archive. They'll waste our Archive. We won't be able to play Thrall. Dreadnought, not good. So maybe we shuffle this, because if they waste us off the Archive, we have 2 dead cards in Thrall, or we can also bin the ending with the Archive. We don't want to bin the ending, because that's our only spell, our only interaction. This is tough. This is tough. They also play a lot of... No, we're going to wait with with the Doorkeeper's role, with the stuff, what's it called? The dreadnoughts as long as possible, because we need to protect them. Have some Teferi or something like that up. Let's see, is it Bowmasters? It's Frog. Yeah, we don't like the Frog, so we'll try to force it. If they have the days, or they have a force as well. They have more cards than we do right now. This means that we can't attack with Tamiyo, but we did leave a path on top. So we're going to try to spend that path. I know that we have a thrall in hand. And here we get to attack with Tamiyo and put a clue token in the bank. If they have a wasteland now, it's really bad for us. We had a pile before with a land in it. Maybe we should have kept that land. It was a pile with a land and prismatic ending, where I was afraid of wasteland. Why even be afraid of wasteland when there is the frog out there? That's a wasteland. All right, so let's start drawing some cards. See if they want to Bowmaster us. At least Bowmasters is okay here. It's if that's the card they have in hand. Yeah, I think Bowmasters is okay here. It's gonna be building up a little clock, but it's not interacting with any of our permanents. And then we draw the brainstorm, of course. No, so what we want to do here is that we want to see to it that they draw as little cards as possible. And let's see, so we want them to draw as little cards as possible. Here, unfortunately, they have just enough cards to attack into Tamiyo. We could brainstorm, then they'll ing our Tamiyo to death with their Bowmaster. They've done a lot of cantripping, but they've done cantripping off of low resources, which might mean that there's an opportunity to stick a Dreadnought. If we find the Dreadnought, we have the Thralls at least. So yeah, here they can attack with the Frog and we can't block. We can actually only block Bowmasters here. That's good. That's good. But what do we go after? Do we go after the Bowmasters or up to 3 cards? Or do we go after the Frog? I think we need to go after the Frog here. Unfortunately, keep the clue token up to draw with and see if we can spike a force if they want to interact with our plow. They did not. All right, let's attack. We should have drawn before we attacked. Let's see. No, we'll draw in their end step. Give them 1 power less to work with, because if we hit a card there, we can't play it anyway. Let's see. What's 2 mana? What's 2 blue mana? Danger, danger. Let's see if we can draw. They have the second Bowmasters, or you're stifling the draw there. Yeah, sure. That's okay, I guess. All right. Doorkeeper Throw would have made that one smaller. All right. So how do we do this? We do the dress down into brainstorm trick, I guess. We do that on their end step. So we block Murktide with Tamiyo, and then we do dress down brainstorm and hope that we hit the gold. So to say, if the last card is Fatal Push, we're in trouble. They kept it on top. Also, if their last card is Force So Will, we're in trouble. All right, so they're keeping Bowmasters back because of Doorkeeper Thrall. We'll block the Regent, go to their end step, and hope that dress down resolves. And then we'll play Brainstorm. I guess we don't need the Thralls. Yes, we do, to block. Get 1 Thrall down. So we put back Isle and Ponder. We ponder. Ending does nothing. We needed a plow. I guess that will take the Tundra. Use Thunder's ability. No. Yes. Yeah, we should have shuffled there for the high roll. So we play the cards that we have. If they have a force or a removal for the Dreadnought, so be it. Let's see if they think that we mixed away the Thralls. I don't know if it matters if we do this. If they draw an extra card or not, we'll play around that the extra card matters for them and try a Thrall. So let's see. What do we have? 1 blue, 1 black. Petty Theft. Sure. The Dreadnought, yes. If you have removal for the Thrall, laying it slow, are we? Sure, that should buy us 1 more turn at least. Unless they want to try to remove the Thrall from... Alright, so we'll get another turn. I mean, it's not looking good for us, but another turn is nonetheless another turn. So they are going to have 3, 4. We can ponder once at least. But they don't have another Bowmasters. Then we're dead here. They have one of the bowmasters. Well, then we were probably dead anyway. We'll get down a doorkeeper thrall, at least save ourselves one ping. Nothing there gets us out of that. So we'll do any order shuffle. That's a plow. Unfortunately, they will be able to kill off our doorkeeper thrall here, which is sad. And that probably means that we're dead too. Yeah, there were probably lines here where I could have done differently. Well, let's buffer our life total a little bit. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no, not even, I don't think that we have any outs here. Yeah, rough today. I mean, I'm playing far from optimal, but we're still having a rough time. Maybe go back to Nadu is the correct play for me. But we'll play out the last rounds. I mean, might as well, right? Yeah, I mean, we were dead before the last Bowmasters got beaten by Bowmasters. Too bad, see you for next one. All right, so let's see. What do we have here? We have a mulligan into a keep. And here we will bottom the doorkeeper thrall and do some Tamio gaming with some ponder stuff. Tamio gaming with ponder stuff. Soul Guide Lantern is okay. We'll go for a Tamio here. So is this mono red or is this painter? Painter probably. And the red blasts are not our friends. So red blast here is okay. I don't like it, but I will allow it. Pyroblast. I need to think about Pyroblast. Welder. Yeah, we don't like Welder, but we will allow it. We play removal, so let's just dig and find it. I think Ponder here. Dreadnought, Plow. We Plow. So we could high roll it here, and we need to draw one of the Dreadnoughts, and then we can... yeah, no, I think that we need to start looking for the lands. And that's the Grindstone. Now it's starting to become problematic for us. We'll ponder and we'll any order shuffle. Yeah, this is not panning out the way that we hoped. This isn't panning out the way that we hoped at all. Now they're going to get their Vexing Mob and then they're going to be able to do anything that they want to. This is the last turn we have to force stuff. Let's try to force stuff. Well, in a brainstorm. Now we need to start finding white mana. Oh, or they had the Spirit Guide. Oh, well, in that case, we will concede the game and begin the sideboards. Painter, you say. Macabre, Aeroblast, Consign, all of these cards here. Gravedigger Cage turns off some, but I think that we're going to have a problem with cards that we want to cut here. I'll take away Teferi. I don't like Dazes here. I don't like Dazes. Dreadnoughts are actually not that good because they can be welded in and out. Are we too light on win cons without the Dreadnoughts is the question that we need to face. I say no, we're not too light on win cons. What's the last cut? A thrall maybe? Do we cut 2 more thralls? We'll try this. Harbingers are good against the Saga plan. Forces can also be cut. I will try this. We'll keep, I guess. Go turn 1 ponder. So we'll find a basic island and ponder. Stony Silence. How good is Stony Silence? It's okay. So we'll keep it. I'm not going to use ponder's ability. And then we'll pass the turn. So that's a card that actually beats Stony Silence. Goblin Engineer. Yeah, we'll allow Goblin Engineer. What's the worst that it can bring? The Dragon Engine was the worst thing that it could bring. So here we play Stony Silence and hope that we mess with their mana. Unfortunately, we can't consign that trigger there, and they had Tomb as well. So they're gonna get to make some people, but that's a good draw. That's a good draw indeed. Here, do we deny them the draw or do we deny them the Tomb? They're gonna make a artifact anyway. 4 cards in hand. Oh well, I accidentally passed priority. That's bad. Let's see what they do. They make a construct. Yeah, that's bad. Why did I accidentally pass priority? Did I think that I should have priority in my end step after that resolved? Did I say wasteland here? I don't really know what I did there that was wrong. It was something in the client that I did that was wrong. And now they have another one, of course. Now, this is just not good at all. All of this could have been can avoid it. Oh, Lord. And you wonder why I lose the games? No, you don't wonder why I lose the games. So do I go for spiking the Wrath of the Skies, or do I evoke the Null Drifter? I guess I go for spiking the Wrath of the Skies. I did not. So we'll play, or so will. We'll surveil that one to the graveyard. For 8, we are almost done for it. You can at least consign the trigger for Ursa Saga. We'll do that. See if we can super spike. Well, if they have the Blood Moon here, well, if they have the Blood Moon, they're killing their Saga, but they're also burning everything off. Yeah, this is not good. All right, it's time to get lucky. Find a Wrath of the Skies. Come on, Wrath of the Skies. Let's see. That is not Wrath of the Skies. Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, we'll start the last game. See if we can avoid losing them all. Keep this. Better 1 Tundra. Planning on going Brainstorm. Yeah, this... all right. We'll Brainstorm. Back some lands, I guess. Yeah, this league has been a showcasing of me not really working out my plays in the way that I'm supposed to. Yeah, this is just bad all over. Do I play Doorkeeper Throw into Null Drifter into a Plow deck? Do I ponder? I think I want to build out my hand a little bit more here. I don't like these cards, but still I like them. Let's see, we have land drop lined up. Which one of these do I want to shuffle away? I'll shuffle away the Consign. The Fairy could be good to kind of catch all. So we'll keep Force up to be able to force their next play, and then we'll play. Do we care about Stoneforge? They can do the Stoneforge thing. We'll kill the Stoneforge. Too bad we can have the Doorkeeper Throw up here. That would have been nice. Now they got Triplicity Command, but that does not mean that. Although if they play Kaldra, we can Doorkeeper Throw. If they have a removal for Doorkeeper Throw, it's really bad. Now let's just take care of it while we still can. And then we'll force them. Oh, they force. Well, I guess I'm forcing back. If it's that important for you, it's important for me too. So Bant Stoneblade-ish. All right, let's see if we can get an archive going here. I can live with Brainstorm. Here we'll try a Teferi. Teferi resolved. We're gonna go up with Teferi, so we keep it safe. We go after the archive. That's okay. We have our own wasteland. We'll continue plussing Teferi for around 1 or 2 more rounds. So we will play the Doorkeeper Thrall here. They can't play that when it's on the stack. And we will see if they want to end something here. I guess we'll brainstorm and that looks okay. So we'll put Dress Down and Swords there. Doorkeeper's Roll is destroyed. We can bounce the Stoneforge. Now we have both Doorkeeper's Roll and Dress Down up. So we'll make the same play as last turn. And they plow it. All right. We'll plow the Stewed and we'll do like that. See what happens here. Batter Skull territory now. Cryptic Coat, Ward 2. So we'll attack. Get a clue, and then we are going to bounce the cloaked creature, so they at least need to invest mana into it. Yeah, we're gonna bounce the cloaked creature, and then we'll crack the clue and flip Tamio. So we'll bounce the cloaked creature, pay 2, revealing Brainstorm, and then we'll crack a clue, flip Tamio, plus Tamio, and pass the turn. Meddling Mage, what will you say? Dress Down. Well, plus I'll plow it. I will return plow to my hand, and I'll pass the turn. And then we'll probably have a nice turn next turn. All right, let's play Dress Down. Oh no, I forgot. Let's see. Can we do this? I think we should be able to. Let's see. Let's cast this with Replicate. Let's not cast this with Replicate. All right, we figured out how to do it. And we got really rewarded with 2 Dreadnoughts. All right, let's begin sideboarding. Yeah, so I needed to play Dress Down to turn off Meddling Mage from saying Dress Down. I could have plowed it as well, but that worked well. And opponent had enough. So yeah, I'll be back for the wrap up. All right, welcome back to the wrap up. So white blue or blue-white Stiflenought, a deck that a friend of mine has been reaching some results with, so I wanted to try it out. First time playing the archetype for a while, and I think that was noticed. I think that I have to change my mindset a little bit when playing this kind of deck. It's weird because I mean it's you play Dazes and Force of Wills and Removal and Tamios, and then you play your Dreadnoughts. So you want the game to go long with the possibility to go for an early Dreadnought. I think that I need to recognize when and where to go for what if I am to be, if that makes any sense. So right now I probably went for the Dreadnoughts in like the wrong situations, and I could have played a little bit better there, or I didn't value or counter and take care of the correct threats. But like everything else, it's a learning journey. I don't have that much feedback on the list because I didn't play that well and I haven't played around with it that much, but I will see if I am able to record a league more before everything. I have to return all the cards, and we'll see if it's on Dreadnought or if I go back to Nadu. We'll see. Thank you for watching this sloppy video from my part of you, and I hope that you found some kind of enjoyment in it at least, and take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the future.